Hey everyone, welcome back to another Fortnite Save the World video. Today we will continue the Beginner's Guide series, and the 7th Storm Shield defense in Stonewood. This defense doesn't require to place any new amplifiers. So, it will be fast. I will just rebuild some parts, and add some extra traps as I mentioned at the last video. But first, what we unlocked after finishing these 2 missions. First, now we can level up our survivors. One of the best features in the game, because it allows us to increase all our bonuses plus our power level. Let me show you an example to explain it more. Let's go to our Survivors Squads tab. When it comes to upgrading survivors, first focus on the squad's leaders, because they give higher bonus ratio than the others. The team bonus was plus 80. Let's see how it will become after upgrading a survivor. Also, focus here on my power level. Now I will level up this leader. I got a gift, since it's my first time to upgrade a survivor. You see how much power level I got? And the squad bonus now is plus 128. I will upgrade the rest of the leaders first, then the normal survivors. I will use all the survivors' XP to level up as many survivors as possible. For more bonuses and power level. And don't worry, upgrade any survivors you have, even if they are not matching. Most of the survivors we have right now are weak, and we can recycle them later and get all the XP and upgrading materials we spent. I will upgrade these 3, since they are matching the leader. Matching survivors give more power level and bonuses. I will use the upgrade point I got to increase my building health again. It will help me a lot during my storm shield defenses. Also, don't forget to use your research points. Another good thing from upgrading my power level is I will have access to higher power level missions. Which means, more rewards. Just like this mission, it will give me a legendary ceiling drop trap. Which will help me a lot. That's why I always say, check the daily alerts. Especially if you are still new to the game. I'm sure you will find something you need every day. We unlocked the first expedition, but I will explain it later. And one more defender in the storm shield. After that, you will launch the rocket mission, which will give you access to the next zone, Plankerton. Every zone has this mission, which allows you to reach the next zone, till Twine Peaks. The last zone in the game right now. After reaching Plankerton, you can start with its storm shield defenses too. But we will do that later. Now I will focus on the 7th defense in Stonewood. Everything is ready now, so let's get into it. But before we start, don't forget to use code Larsis in the item shop if you want to support me, helps me a lot. Like, subscribe if you are enjoying the content, helps the video and the channel to reach more people. And without further ado, let's get started. As I mentioned, this defense doesn't require to place any amplifiers. So, I will focus on rebuilding some parts for the previous tunnels, since some of them are weak right now for the rest of the defenses, but I won't do all of them in this video, don't worry. I will do them one by one during the rest of the remaining 4 defenses. So, you don't get bored. Let's start with the Homebase, the weakest one. Let's destroy it first plus the block-offs next to it. I will rebuild it from scratch to make it easier to follow. And don't worry, the bug where you lose some crafting materials when you destroy your traps is gone. Now you get all the crafting materials, don't worry. These block-offs as well. Enough till here, I will do the rest with Amplifier A part. Now let's build it. Start from here. This will be enough. Now cover the tunnel to be able to add roof traps. For the block-offs, I will add extra layers everywhere. Because if you were moving wrong during your storm shield defense, it may rout the husk. So the extra block-offs will prevent that. And we can remove them later while building for endurance. Now how we control lobbers and flingers. They can just stand here and start throwing on the home base and destroy it. Simply, we will use what we call a lobber shield. The idea is to block lobbers and flingers range with structures. Just like I'm doing right now. I'm building a big ramp like that to cover all the area in front of the tunnel. And that's it. Nothing specific, just cover the area they will use with ramps, or even flat floors, everything will work. Of course there is advanced lobber shield you can use. But for now, let's just use the basic idea. Cover the area. And if it is not enough, expand your shield till you cover all the area you need. Now, they can't target the home base, since there is the shield we build blocking their way. So, they have to go through the main tunnel, and that's the goal here. Now for the traps. Again, use any damage traps you can use. I will use wall darts for the walls, gas traps for the roof, and anything for the floors. But try to level up your traps to the max level you can reach. Because we need the highest damage possible from our traps. Another thing you can do to make your tunnel more advanced is to add a recycle part. Using traps to delay the husk, so the damage traps can deal more damage or reload to be able to hit again. And the simplest example for that is wall launchers. Let me craft some and tell you how to use them. Basically, when I place one here, it will push any husk trying to pass through back. And I can use tar pits as well, which the husk will get stuck in. So, the wall launchers can reload again and push more husk back. And during all of that, our damage traps can reload as well, dealing more damage to the husk. But of course with the cost of the trap's durability. But it's not an issue right now. I will explain more in the future. The home base is ready now. Upgrade the build to tier 2, and let's go to this part. Let's destroy it first. I will add a lot of block-offs here, to force them all the way to that path. As I mentioned before, trapping one path is much cheaper than two. This should be enough, but since we will send them far away to the other path, we need to add more. Keep the rest empty. And you can add more behind if needed. Another thing you can do to make your block-offs stronger is to add wall spikes on them. Using this trap. It's level 4, I know, not that strong right now, but when you have a good one, it will help a lot. Since we can add a healing perk on it. But what it does? 2 things. 1, it will damage any husk trying to hit or destroy the block-offs, which is very useful. Because for any reason, if they targeted the block-offs, we have a backup plan. 2, it can heal our block-offs walls. So, if the walls took damage during a certain wave, these traps will heal them by time. But of course, the traps must be level 77 to be able to use that healing perk. I will add some anyway, just in case. This part is annoying, I know, but we have to rebuild it as well. It will become easier to control after placing the last amplifier. Here will be the main path. You can keep it open like that. Or, we can make the path longer. First, add walls like this, which will make the path longer. They have to walk in zigzag instead of straight way. And, we can add recycle traps as well, just like we did with Homebase. You can use wall darts or any damage traps right now, I'm just teaching you how to build different tunnels. This tunnel idea is one of the best tunnel to use in the game, by the way. We can add some wall darts here too, which can damage a lot of husk while they are going to the main tunnel. Now as you see, this area is very wide, and it will cost a lot to trap it. So, using block-offs is the best, to force them to follow the main tunnel, which we trapped well. No thing specific, just stack layers of block-offs. But be careful, we are building block-offs on 2 levels here, not just one like the rest. So, don't give them shortcuts above the lower block-offs, so they can skip it and just walk over it. Make a gap between both, like here, they can skip some of the block-offs and take a shortcut here, so, remove these ramps. And it may happen to this part since I added some block-offs randomly. It's not a big deal during storm shield defenses. You can add wall darts here as well, to cover the area with more damage. We need a lobber shield here as well. But I will add a spawn cover here first. I will use ceiling drop traps, so I will go 3 tiles high. Now let's close any gaps, to avoid any lobbers or flingers issues. Be careful, don't connect any of your roofs or shields with hill like this. Because some of them have husk spawns on top of them, and if you did, a husk can just walk over the roofs like that, skipping all the traps, the tunnel, and the block-offs and reach the amplifier easily. Also, we have a trap that can help with lobbers and flingers. The anti-air traps. It can eliminate anything they throw. But not that good with flingers in high power level. I will explain it later, but for now, we can use it, it will help. Just place 3 or 4 above each amplifier. So, if anything managed to throw on one of our amplifiers, the anti-air traps can handle it. Enough rebuilding for this defense. It's a lot I know, but the tunnels we had were weak and we had to change them. For the other amplifiers, the tunnels can hold, but you need to replace the traps with a higher level ones if you used weak or low level traps for them. I need to do that as well, but the video will be much longer. So, I will replace few traps off the video, and will just use my weapons if anything managed to pass through. Plus few edits for this amp. Some ceiling drop traps here. Some block-offs here. Here as well. The shield blocked these parts during the last video, but now, we can add more, since the shield expanded. And last thing, a lobber shield here. Everything is ready now, so let's start the defense.
Here we go! Shield power increasing. Prepare for an attack from the east.
Use your base if you are running as constructor, it will make your build stronger. As you see, we just started, and this trap is already out of durability. And this one is almost. That's why we need to focus on our trap's durability when we start building for endurance. But don't worry, Stonewood doesn't require high durability ratio like the other bases. I didn't fill the missing traps here or replace the existing traps with high-level ones. But the tunnel will hold, since it's longer than the others. I just added wall spikes here. No need to fight, I'm just finishing my daily quest, eliminate Husk with melee. A smasher. When you see one, make sure to stay far away behind the amp. Because if a smasher spotted you, it will charge on you, causing a lot of damage to any structures around you. So, stay away, and let the traps do their job. If a smasher do that, it means this part requires a layer or two of block-offs, not a big deal.
Another way.
Just add 1 or 2. No need for more.
From the east.
Only add more than 2 when you see a lot of husk targeting the block-off as well. Because smashers require more block-offs than the normal husk. Since this direction got attacked before, I may need to fight a bit if the traps ran out of durability. For the future defenses, I will fill the empty traps plus a spawn cover. The rewards are as usual. Some XP, tickets, llamas, and gold. And that's it for this video. The next one will be the 8th defense. It doesn't require to place the last amplifier as well, so it will be easy. Don't forget to use code Larsis in the item shop if you want to support me, helps me a lot. Like, subscribe if you are enjoying the content, helps the channel to reach more people. Hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, see you in the next one.